Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about my passion project. The topic that I chose for my passion project was yoga. Specifically, I chose this because I spent a lot of time in the gym lifting weights, and this actually limit my flexibility a lot. And when I went to go back to playing sports back home when I'm not at school, it's actually limited my flexibility and my range of motion, which I've noticed can cause pain, and it actually stops me from doing some of the activities for long periods of time. So for me, I really wanted to pursue something that would increase my flexibility, and I've always kind of in the back of my mind had yoga there, so I decided to take the class time that I had to pursue yoga. When I first started looking at different types of yoga, I was introduced to Broga through a few people at Brock, and different parts of like acrobatic yoga, but these are kind of expert level yoga, which I'm really not familiar with, and I can barely touch my toes. So when I started, I just really wanted a rudimentary basic level of yoga so that I could work my way into it and hopefully develop my yoga skills and my flexibility so that in the future I actually would like to do it again. So how I first came about this topic is I looked into different types, and I realized that probably the best way for me to get involved with yoga is not specifically going into all the research of what yoga would be the best for me or anything, but just getting out there and experiencing it. So what I did every single Genius hour was dedicate at least an hour to 30 minutes of my time doing the yoga exercises or researching it. And I would find videos of an instructor leading a yoga course from beginner to advanced beginner. I never really got further than that because my range of motion was very limited, but it gave me an opportunity to practice basic yoga skills and develop them every single week, so that as I progressed through basically a month cycle of this passion project, I was able to actually increase my range of motion and my flexibility, but not to the level that I want, and I still have this ongoing. So what I learned from this was that through these videos and practicing yoga every day, my range of motion did improve, but I also felt relaxed and calm during these exercises, and it was kind of a moment of time to reflect for me, which I actually didn't expect this to be. So it turned into something else as more of a reflective process rather than being even just for improving my flexibility, which I found beneficial to my learning. And some of the struggles that I had with yoga was just doing the exercises. I could never touch my toes, and a few of them they would ask you to do that, so I couldn't do it. There's a few exercises, especially with the advanced ones, where you would have to bring your leg up to the side and basically hug it, or bring one arm underneath a leg and grab another arm from behind your back, which again I couldn't do. And there are a few stability ones that were struggling for me, but there are a lot of lunges, there are a lot of poses on the ground that I found were stressful, but I found over time that I was actually able to increase my range of motion in the exercise, but not necessarily hold it for longer, because a lot of times my body was actually shaky. But with the struggles, it kind of promoted me to, it encouraged me, to actually go further in and do more yoga and have more research, because it pushed me to my limits, which I wasn't comfortable, but I always like to push that. So it was something that encouraged me to push further. And every week now I actually do try to do yoga in the morning before I go to school or go to class. It's a little difficult, but it actually does help me put in the right mindset, and it gets my body limber and flexible for if I was to go for a workout, that I would be ready for it. So I encourage all people to try out yoga. I think it's a great exercise that actually helps the body, it helps the mind, it's a good relaxation exercise, and it provides all people with a tangible, or not tangible, but an activity that everyone can do relative to your body size, because all these exercises are for beginners and anyone can do it. So I encourage you to look towards yoga if you're needing an exercise for yourself or for anyone else. Thank you.